Alright guys, back at the lake. It is Thursday, April 26th, I believe. It is 4 o'clock in the evening. And I hook into my first largemouth. Many, many more to come. They have been loaded in this channel for 3 or 4 days now, it seems like. They haven't left yet. Little largemouth of the day right there. Nice fish. So I know the jerkbait's gonna work right away. I want to try I'm gonna try this little fluke out. I got it rigged up with a little nail weight to let it sink a little more. Alright, so I had a hit. There's a little one. Bam. Alright. First fish on this little fluke here. Got it rigged up on a 2/0 hook. You guys can see it right there. Right in the corner of the mouth. This is a little guy. Right there. But just fishing this little fluke. I forget what brand this is. Just a natural looking shad. So when it's in the water with that nail weight and I pop it, it just looks like a dying bait fish. Alright guys, another one on. Much smaller. Little baby guy. On the fluke though. Little guy. There's another one right there. A little bit bigger. Get over here. Right on that little fluke. Not a bad little fish. Probably about a pound, you know. Really nice. I mean, they're like really healthy fish. Like looking at their lateral line and stuff. Just a very nice, healthy looking fish. There he goes. They're liking the little fluke. They're not eating it like they did the jerkbait. A little bit slower. But again, I only threw the jerkbait right when I got here. I did one cast with it and caught a fish. And then I decided to pick up this little fluke and see how they eat it. So they might not even eat the jerkbait the same today, but I want to try out this fluke style first. Little one. He just bumped it. Little guy. I mean, those are like 8 inches. There's one. Little. So I think that's why I'm missing them on the fluke, because I'm getting little guys like this. If it was bigger size ones, you know, probably getting hooked a lot better. Problem with trebles though is I just don't like the way they get hooked sometimes, at least with the jerkbait. But very little guy. There we go guys, another one on the jerkbait here. Caught about 4 other ones that I didn't record. They were really tiny. This one's a little bit bigger, not by much. Good looking fish, very healthy. Another one on guys, a better one. Making my way down this way, see if any of the bigger fish have moved in yet. And this one paid off because this is a decent one. Oh yeah, it's a much better one there. You know, he could be hitting a 1.5 pounds. Just a much better looking fish. Go ahead and get him back. Alright, he's ready to go. So what I'm gonna do, might as well put these back in my pocket. Move my way down here. Watch out for Mother Goose right there. I caught him actually near the bank. So That fish could have been making a nest. I mean, he could have been bedding already. Or getting a spot out. There's one. Is that a crappie? Or is that a bass? No, another largemouth. A little bigger. Nice. Not bad at all. Looks like there's a little blood on his tail. I'm not sure if it's just a sore or maybe that little buck bass is going to be fanning a bed. I'm not sure. There was another one. Again, on this rod, I'm throwing the Ardent Apex Elite 7 3-to-1 and the Powell Endurance jerkbait, crankbait, and topwater rod. About the same size as the last one I just caught. It seems like we're getting a little bit bigger down this way. Alright guys, here's another one. This is just... it's just too much fun, even though they're small. I mean, I don't know how many bass I've caught in the past 3 days, but God, I feel like it's close to 500, maybe even more. I'm not filming all of them, just you know, for the sake of the video. It's just so much recording you can do. There's another one. I mean, it's like this, cast after cast, release after release, I'm hooking into some bass. Now the videos before, I recorded a lot more, so they're probably going to be a bit longer, but just for the sake of these videos coming up, I'm going to trim them down just because there's so many bass to be caught. Fat, healthy bass. Alright guys, fishing the part of the main lake here, and there are bass. Now for like 3 or 4 weeks, I couldn't catch anything in the main lake at all. So, that's good news. I mean, another little guy. But that's good news. That means they are moving in. Seems like they're pushing up these ledges here. I got him in about 5 feet of water. There's another one. Looks like about the same size. Nice little bass. Alright, don't do that. Please don't do that. Alright. Alright guys, there's another one. And then kind of off the drop off, and then a little deeper. Just to see where these fish are kind of staging at. I may throw a jig down here later. There's a hit right at shore. Wow. Right at the shoreline. Here you guys go. A much better one. Decent one on, guys. And I was down there when I first got here, but it seems like the nicer fish, I caught some off the main lake, and then some are coming out off this channel, but in a much deeper water, or a much wider channel, it seems like. I'll let this guy go. And some of the bigger guys might be coming up. We're seeing, I'm kind of just casting to this other side of the bank over here and just working the jerkbait back. It's funny because the past couple days that I tried fishing this spot, all the way up here, there was nothing. I did the same thing with all my different baits. I can only catch them down there. which is pretty crazy if you think about it. I mean, just a day's difference or a couple days difference, and there's one. And then they're just all over the place. There's another one off the main lake. There he is right there. Not a bad fish. Good looking. This rocky bank right here, especially when the wind blows in like this. Anytime you got the wind coming in like this and it's blowing right at this point and at these rocks, definitely fish it. It gets all the shad, bluegills, crawfish, everything starts moving around. There's another one, and these fish will post up here because they know that all these bait fish and all this food is going to be on the move, because they can't, there's this wind coming in with all this current, and that just gets everything moving. Another one right there, guys. Beautiful fish. All largemouth so far, no smallies yet. I may check tomorrow. I don't think I have time today, but tomorrow I'm gonna head down to a different marina. It's the West Marina, and it's much clearer water and very deep. Much bigger boulders around there, and the smallmouth spawn on that side, but also they like to stay on that side of the lake a lot. Usually when I'm fishing this side, it's a lot more grassy, dirtier water, and just more bass territory, largemouth bass territory, it seems like. And then when I go down to the other marina, it just seems like it's much more smallmouth towards that way than largemouth bass. There's one. A little smaller than the last one. There you guys go. Not bad. I'm going to move down a little bit. I'm going to keep on the move because I'm on a time schedule, so just hit little parts even though I'm catching them here. I'm just going to hit little parts here and there and see if we can locate some other bigger fish.